Yo guys, what is good? Welcome back on the Uncle Sharma channel. You know what time it is. It's that Champions League midweek time. Inter versus Atletico de Madrid versus Inter at the Civitas Stadium. It's a big one. It's a real big one because we know Inter in the league. Things are looking cushy. Things are looking good. That second star is almost been stitched onto the shirt already. But in the Champions League, round of 16 qualification on the line. It's not going to be easy. Inter, of course, coming into this game with that 1-0 lead from Marko Arnautovic's goal, who is not going to be part of this game. But it's not going to be easy. Yes, Atletico have not been in the greatest form, especially in La Liga. If we have a quick look at Atletico's form, you can see very, very mixed. They lost their last game, and then they also drew in between as well. And now they're very far from Real Madrid, from the top of the table, and they need to look out from Athletic Club actually just behind them. But at home, they're a completely different beast. This season at home, they're unbeaten. And in general, look at this stat, man. Look at this stat. Diego Simeone, El Cholo, has never lost a home match in the Champions League knockouts, guys. So this is what we're coming up against. Yes, it's a different Atletico team. Yes, they're not as defensive and terrorist as much anymore. But this is what I was feeling, when we got Atletico. And when there are these big Champions League nights, they do tend to revert to the old school dogs, Atletico. So that's what I'm expecting tomorrow. And of course, they're the ones chasing us, but they're not going to make life easy for us. And the other thing that's not giving me too much confidence for Inter at the moment is this record here as well, posted by Prime Video Sport. Inter against the Spanish teams, the last 10 away games against Spanish teams, 3 draws, 7 losses. Of course, this is going all the way back to the mid-2000s as well, but we just don't have a very good record away in Spain. Even though you could say, that 3-3 away at Barcelona was actually a very good result because they, helped us qualify pretty much last season past the group stage. But you saw how we struggled against Sociedad as well this season. So not very good omens in terms of that. But we're just a different Inter team now, aren't we? We've got the minerals, we've got the mentality, we've got the style of play, we've got the players, we've got everything. And Inzaghi just finished his pre-match press conference just before I came on to preview this game with you guys. And he promised to fight Atletico Madrid and that we won't play a speculative game because, Inter have the game in control. There's no reason for Inter to sit back and, completely absorb the pressure tomorrow and just try to, see, where luck takes us. You got to do the exact same thing that we've been doing to all teams and what we did to Atletico in the first game. Yes, that first half was a bit shaky against Atletico, but, took the game to them, controlled the game, created more of the chances, should have had more goals. And I really hope tomorrow we don't come back and react to a match where we're saying Inter had the chances, they didn't take them, and they got punished, and we are going out of this Champions League because of that. That cannot happen. Going back to Inzaghi's words here, translated by sempreinter.com. Inzaghi speaks about that amazing Atletico record. They transformed themselves here at home in La Liga. They had the best record in home matches in the last 29. They've only lost to Athletic, and they would not have deserved that. We all know what kind of a team Atletico are, who Simeone is, a great coach and a friend. We have the smallest advantage possible. We won't play a speculative game based on what we did in the first leg. And he asked if he thinks this current Inter team were born after last season's Champions League against the Man City in Istanbul. Inzaghi didn't look at it that way. I don't agree that this team was born after Istanbul. I look at the 3-year journey, which is, he's right to do that. But I think a few of the players, if I remember, I think it was Bastoni, Di Marco, have kind of talked about something clicked, something changed after that Champions League final, and we've seen it, obviously, this season. And he always goes back to those games, over the past years where we played against Liverpool, Real Madrid. And I think about those games a lot as well. But I remember that Liverpool one was especially a big obsession of Inzaghi's, where we see, I think this is where the obsession of the Champions League changed. Inzaghi always, when they asked him when we lost the title against Milan, they asked him about which game do you regret the most, and he kept going on about the second leg against Liverpool, or the both ties against Liverpool, rather than saying like, I want to replay the Milan derby, which is what started our loss of the Scudetto that year. But I think now we see, over the years now, we've seen Inzaghi's kind of started to more focus on the Scudetto and the Serie A, as it should be, because we need that to get that second star. But now that it is, we can focus once again on getting that European glory, and a great way, befitting way to complete this 3-year journey that Inzaghi is talking about. This season we've done well against teams who have come out and attacked us, but we've also done against teams we've done against pretty much every single team out there. But we don't know yet what type of game Atletico will play. And even for me, I'm struggling to see, how Simeone will try to approach this. Will he try to be defensive, or will he try to come out and attack us? Coach had praise for Alexis. I guess there's always a Chilean journalist in the press conferences to ask about Alexis. Like when Nagatomo was there was always one Japanese journalist. So it's funny. Yeah, when Vidal was there, that same journalist would probably ask about Vidal as well. He's talking about his improvement. He came here without any preseason. He's a player we know well. His technical ability, his goals. So I think tomorrow we'll probably see Alexis. Excuse me, at some point, because he obviously Arnautovic is out. Then they asked him about between De Vrij and Acerbi. He says, I still have a lot of decisions to make, which is an absolute lie. We know the team is pretty much always decided, but I think that De Vrij, Acerbi is the one that's kind of, the right wing back and that centre back position is the one that maybe is, you could say there's a bit of decision to make, but everything else is decided. And he says maybe arrest the Mezzala. I don't know. I haven't actually listened to this, so I'll see in what way did he say that, because we know he's not resting Mkhitaryan, and we know he's not resting Hakan or Barella, so I don't think that's happening. And then, of course, we're also missing Carlos Augusto, who could have been a very good weapon off the bench as well. I've left centre back or left wing back. And then final little note for our Muslim brothers, if you're interested in anyone who's doing Ramadan, and by the way, Ramadan Kareem to all the Muslim followers of the channel. Only Saul, who's one of the Primavera boys, is fasting for Ramadan, which I think surprised a few people. But I think we know over the years, Hakan's, not really. I think he's, Muslim by, heritage, but probably not practicing Muslim. But anyway, let's get into the predicted lineups for tomorrow's game, which are here offered to us by, of course, the great Sky Sport Italia. And here is everything as we expected, but surprise, as I said, the 50-50s are probably Dumfries over Barella over Darmian. And I would go for Dumfries, yeah. Even though Darmian, against Atalanta, he showed a little bit. But, Darmian played the full 90 minutes at right wing back and left wing back last game. Dumfries has been kind of eased in since his return from injury, and I think he should be ready to, because I do want, especially if Atletico come out and attack us, I do want Denzel to be there for those potential counter-attacking transitional moments, which he's really good at, with Di Marco on the other side. Acerbi and De Vrij, for me, I mean, we know if Acerbi was fully fit, it would be Acerbi, no doubt. He's the starter. But De Vrij has done well over the last few weeks in Acerbi's absence. So if Acerbi isn't 100%, I'm happy to go with De Vrij. But apart from that, yeah, we know 100% this is going to be the team. And this is definitely, once again, as always, we repeat, a team that is good enough to beat Atletico. Atletico's predicted, I couldn't find any predicted formation for Atletico. Let me see if I can find one now live as I am speaking to you guys. Probabile formazione. If we go on, let's see what Eurosport are saying. Oh no, this is an old one. Yeah, let's see what the actual Sky Sport Italia website is saying, because Griezmann is back. I mean, Simeone was trying to play those mind games again with us, like he was in the first leg about Morata, but Griezmann is back, even though here they haven't put him, but I'm pretty sure that in his press conference he confirmed it. Witz, so yeah, usual 3-5-2 that we see now. Witzel, Savic, Hermoso at the back. Llorente, who played up front in the first game against us, should be playing right wing back according to this. De Paul, Koke, Saul, Samuelino, Morata, and Correa, obviously not Joaquin, Angel Correa. But I reckon it probably will be Griezmann instead of Correa now. So strong lineup. Morata back fully fit with Griezmann roaming around him is going to be a big threat to watch out for. And as Samuelino, he gave us some trouble as well with his dribbling and directness on that left-hand side. So, yeah, again, good team, Atletico, but nothing, crazy and nowhere near as good as they used to be. So, to finish up, I have faith in this Inter team. I don't think we're going to be, beating Atletico like we've been beating teams left, right, and center in an easy way. I think it's going to be a very close, tight one. Atletico never lose at home, but we don't need to beat them. That's the thing, guys. We don't need to beat them. And I think it's going to be a draw. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw that's going to keep us on the edge of our seats right until the end. It's going to keep us in nail-biting positions on the edge of our seats. Because I think we will, attack, but not too much. And I think just naturally the players will gravitate towards keeping it safe more than, committing too many men forward. Atletico will make life difficult for us. And I want to see Lautaro. I need to see a Lautaro goal. He has to deliver tomorrow. Lautaro, as we said in the first leg, the team that almost signed Lautaro. So I want him to score against this Atletico team. And I see maybe Atletico getting one off a set piece or something like that. But you guys let me know. Am I being too negative or too positive? You guys let me know your prediction, because my prediction means that Inter do go through to the next round, just about. So, yeah. And then obviously afterwards, hopefully, we can get a good, easier team, so to say. But let's not think about that for now. Hope you guys enjoyed that preview. See you tomorrow for the champions. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Ciao ragazzi. Forza Inter. Let's bring it home.